Hello and welcome to my PlayStation 2 collection. There's not that many of them. Well, there's 4 rows of games, but compared to my PS3 collection, there's not that many. Didn't really bother with the PlayStation 2 to begin with in the early days. I bought Need for Speed Underground and Grand Theft Auto and that sort of thing to begin with, and then left it for many years, didn't bother with it. And then I heard that there was some really good titles to collect for the system, and some are absolutely amazing. So let's get started with it. First one is 18 Wheeler, which I've also got on the Dreamcast, and the Dreamcast version is far superior. I briefly played this many years ago, and I don't think it's as good as the Dreamcast. But you can pick this up for pennies. It's far cheaper than the Dreamcast version, so you get the same kind of gameplay, but not as good as the full arcade experience from the Dreamcast. Ace Combat. So I'm going to say right now, most of these games I have not played, and I have not played this. I played something similar to it on the Xbox a few weeks ago, and that looked pretty good. So I don't know if this is similar, sort of flight simulator thing where you just got to target things and shoot the shit out of them. Don't know what the missions are about. But it might be a good game, I don't know. Big Mother Truckers 2, Truck Me Harder. This kind of looks like a 18-wheeler really. But again, like I've said, I've not played a lot of these games because I've just bought them on the hope that they are good, and then never got around to playing them, unfortunately. But is it a good game? I don't know. It could be. One game that I do know is a good game, and I played the death out of this, and that's Black. If you've never heard of this, it's probably one of the first and best FPS games that came out at the time. So this is kind of like pre-Call of Duty. I think pre-Call of Duty, don't quote me on that. But it was fully destructible environments. The atmosphere in this game is insane. It's just so dark and gritty, and I remember in the day it was you couldn't just run straight through everything and shoot everything, because everyone would just attack you and pin you down. And there was a heavy shotgun guy, and you had to go behind him to shoot him, and it was so difficult, but you just went at such a slow pace because you didn't want to get caught. But what a brilliant game. Never heard of it? Then get it. If you like Call of Duty, you probably love that. Very gripping game. Burnout. I was going to do a review on this a while ago, but I did Burnout 2 instead, because Burnout 2 is pretty much the same game but with a few extra features. This is just an arcade style racer game that you just crash into cars and stuff. Brilliant for the time, but it's a bit dated now. The sequels are far better, which we're on to now, which is Burnout 2. For the time, this was amazing. You could have crashes into traffic and accumulate the most damage and all that sort of stuff, and just standard races, Grand Prix races, point-to-point races and all that sort of stuff. A really good game. You get different cars through it, you drive a police car and all that sort of stuff. Still a fantastic game, although that is getting a bit dated now. And then Burnout 3 Takedown came out, and this just changed everything. This was just insane. I can't remember if this was the one where you could actually hit the back end of a car without crashing yourself. That might have been the next one we're going to look at, but that was just leveled up to fuck. An insane game, and it's not even expensive either. So Burnout Revenge just took it up another level. It was just madness. Cars are insane, levels are insane, everything's just crazy, and still a cheap game. They're so cheap and so much fun, so much to do in them, especially the traffic crashes. If you play that for hours, just trying high scores and getting the most damage in the millions. Brilliant game. And the last one for Burnout is Burnout Dominator. I can't remember much about this, but I know it was still very good, but I don't think it was as good as Revenge or Takedown. Don't quote me on that, but I think they kind of lost away with this one. but I think it was still a good game. I don't remember hating it. Got quite a lot here. I'm not going to go through each one of them individually because it'll just get boring. Buzz Junior, another Buzz Junior. What's that one? Buzz the Big Quiz. Buzz Hollywood Quiz. Buzz the Big Quiz again. Oh, I've got 2 copies of that right now. The Music Quiz and the Mega Quiz. If you've never played them and you like TV game shows, they are the games to get. A lot of fun, a lot of comedy. The presenter's hilarious. The PlayStation 3 version, I think, was the best one. So much fun. With on your own, it's boring, but get another person next to you that loves a bit of competition. You're gonna have a lot of fun with them games, and they're pretty cheap as well. Some of them. We've done the buzzes, so it's Capcom versus SNK2. So I think the Capcom vs SNK come out on the Dreamcast. Have I got it? I have. I have got Capcom vs SNK on the Dreamcast. So the Dreamcast version is the better version. But PlayStation 2, still a good system to play these type of arcade games on. Brilliant game. If you like SNK characters and you like Capcom characters, it's all there. So that's worth a play. Capcom Fighting Jam. Now, what did I have on this? This must have been, yeah, the Darkstalker series combined with Street Fighter. So you'd have, I think, Morrigan and those sort of people available to fight. I think that was alright. Fighting Jam. Getting, not pricey, but going up in value at the moment. Capcom Classics Collection. This is volume 1. And this has a lot of games on from the Capcom arcades, the CPS systems. A lot of games I never heard of on there, but you got like Final Fight and Street Fighter 2, Mercs, Ghouls and Ghosts, that sort of thing. Not insanely cheap at the moment, but even I think you probably pick them up for about 15-20 quid, these games, and they're still worth playing, worth buying, because there's a lot of games on there and there's just a lot of fun titles, and you can have the cheats involved as well, where you can just have infinite credits. So like Final Fight, where you'll die constantly, you won't have to struggle through the game, so it's fun. Capcom Classics Collection Volume 2, which I don't think I've played that much. I played the death out of the first one. This has got Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Strider, 3 Wonders, Quiz and Dragons, which is oddly a good game, Magic Sword, which is alright, 1941, that's Captain Commando. So this is more expensive than the first one, but still really good. And although it's more expensive, it's still worth it. Capcom games are good games, so you're not really going to get a bundle of shit like some collections. Canis Canem Edit, which is known as Bully, and I think I'm sure they tried to ban this at some point. But this is basically Grand Theft Auto in a school, and you're a kid and you're a bully. Oh, you've got to stop the bullying. I can't remember now. It's been many years since I played it, and I daren't play it again because I'm just worried about the graphics of that pants. It's just going to ruin my nostalgic memory of this. But a massive game when it come out. I think it's pretty good. Colin McRae Rally 2005. This looked epic when I first bought it, because you went on from Colin McRae on the PlayStation 1, which again at the time was insanely amazing. Like the graphics were just incredible. You play it now and it looks shit. It's still very playable actually. And this come out and this went leveled up. It just looked amazing. Don't know how it holds up today because I haven't played it since probably 2005. But memory says it was good. And Colin McRae Rally 3. Remember this one looking very good. All the cars looked really nice as well. They didn't look blocky like the PlayStation version. A few hours of fun. I don't think it was that great, but it was okay for a rally game. Crazy Taxi, another one I've got on the Dreamcast, and again the Dreamcast is better, but it's okay, and it's still insanely cheap to buy. Just drive around in a taxi, picking people up and dropping them off in as quick as possible. Great little arcade game, simple as that. Crash Twinsanity. I'm not going to try and make anything up, I have no idea, I've never played it. I see these games at car boot sales and think Crash Bandicoot's quite popular, maybe it'll have some value in the future, I don't know. So I just buy them for £1, or if you get the right person, 10p. But I don't know, just bought it because. And the same with this one. Which one's this? The Wrath of Cortex. I have no idea, I've never played it, so could be one of the best games in the world as far as I know. Dead or Alive 2. So this is a one-on-one fighting game of the Dead or Alive series, and I think the last one I played was on the Dreamcast, and not really into them. Don't think I've even played it, because I'm not really interested in 3D fighters. Devil May Cry. So this is a good series of games, and I have played it and I can't remember anything about it, but I always love this sort of game. I think you play as someone called Dante and you're just slashing the shit out of everything. Pretty good game, I think. Devil May Cry 2, so it's just the same thing again, isn't it? It's going to be different levels, probably different features. I do not know. It's got 2 discs. Remarkable. Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening. So I bought that at the car boot sale. It says £1 on it. Just £1, that's what I paid. And then I found this in a charity shop, which was Devil May Cry 3, the special edition. I believe you could play a different character, I can't remember his name now. Oh, Virgil. You can play Virgil in this one. Don't know if it's any good. Driven to Destruction. This again is a car boot sale find for 50p, probably didn't pay much for it. And looking on the back, it looks like a Destruction Derby type game, but I have visions of Burnout again for that sort of thing. I don't know what it's like. Again, it's one I've never played. Donald Duck Quack Attack, 3D platform game I think it is, and I have absolutely no idea what it's about. I'm not doing very well on these games, am I? Here's another one, Donald Duck PK, what is it called? Yeah, Donald Duck PK. I have no idea. Again, it doesn't look that great on the back. So. One that I did pick up years ago when the Matrix was popular was Enter the Matrix, and it looked incredible. You could run up the walls, you could do all sorts of slow motion moves, and it looked pretty cool. And I briefly played it a couple of years ago when I was putting them onto my hard drive for the PlayStation 2, and it just didn't seem as good as I remember it, so I'm not too sure about that one. Evil Dead Fistful of Boomstick. So there's been a few Evil Dead games. I know there was one on the PlayStation 1 which I never played. I'm sure the PlayStation 2 is going to look better. I don't know if it will play better, and I don't know what it's like because again I got this for free off a friend and I have no idea what it's like. I've never had a chance to play it. Escape from Monkey Island, I believe, is getting a bit pricey now. It's going up in price gradually. So, is this the same as the original PC games? I don't know, because I've got one on the PlayStation 3, which I think is the same as the PC version. But I'm not sure if this is a different story altogether, or just a remastered version. Was it the Curse of Monkey Island? I can't remember. I've got FIFA Street there, which I'm not even going to bother bringing down because I do not care about FIFA. I think the only reason why I kept that is because it had this, which was the preview CD. I don't even know what's on it. It looks like a very odd shaped CD. It's the only reason why I kept it, because I haven't seen FIFA Street with that for sale anywhere. So one I bought, I don't know, within the last year is Fahrenheit. Is it the prequel to Heavy Rain or something like that? It's like a murder mystery thing. I'm not sure, but I've heard it's very good. I still haven't had time to play it, so I will do eventually. One game that a lot of people slag off, and that is Final Fight Streetwise. I bought this brand new. This is still the original copy I bought. I thought it was really good for the time. I haven't played it for many years, so I can't say if it's actually held up very well, but a lot of people say it's absolutely terrible. I do remember it being very repetitive, but I thought the fighting was alright. Once you found certain ways to defeat enemies, like there's some powerful combo moves you can achieve, it actually became alright. I'm not sure if it's got a hidden Final Fight arcade game in this, which I don't know if you go into a bar somewhere you can play it. Could be completely wrong, but I'm sure that happened in something. Family Guy, the video game, I have no idea. It looks terrible, and it probably is terrible. Everything that's normally good that's on TV that gets converted into a game turns into shit. Final Fantasy, which one's this? 12. I've no interest in this. No interest in Final Fantasy. Any kind of role-playing game just bores the shit out of me. But I got it because Futurama. Now, if you're from the US, I believe this is a rare game. If you're from the UK, you can buy this for £1 at the car boot sale because it is not worth fuck all over here. Don't know what it's like. It looks like another generic 3D platformer kind of thing. And I doubt it'll be any good because they never are. I'll briefly run over this. I do not know. Giants, what is it? Citizen Kabuto. It looks shit. The cover looks shit. The game sounds awful, so I don't know, and I really don't care. It's got a big sticker on the back actually, yeah, for the description of the game. So I don't know what's under. Hey, you know what, I'm just gonna have a look. What's underneath? Oh, it's all in foreign. So they put an English sticker on the back. I don't know if that's Italian or... That's why we've got a sticker on the back, because it's a PAL copy, but it's not in English. Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. So when this came out, this was the tits. You'd gone from Gran Turismo 2 on the PlayStation 1, which was amazing in itself, and then this came out, and graphically, wow, it just looked absolutely stunning. One of the games to have at the time, really good. Don't think it has as much features as 2, but it's still really good. Then Gran Turismo 4 came out. I bought the game special pack, which came in a cardboard sleeve. It had a keyring, a window sticker, and something else, and I've lost all that. But that was pretty good. I can't remember which one I really liked the most. The one that had the Escudo Pikes Peak rally car that just went insanely fast. So whatever game that was on, that was my favourite. I don't know if it was this one or 3. But that was alright. Gran Turismo Concept. So this was a very small game. It wasn't anywhere near as big as all the others. I think it was just a set amount of cars that you could play with, and that was it. I don't remember it being very good because I think I played for it a few hours and I thought, well, this is very limited, so I just didn't bother. It's not that good. What's this? Was it Gottlieb Pinball Classics? So 6 tables of pinball. I don't know why I haven't played this because I like pinball games. It might be pretty good. It looks actually graphically very nice. But I've not played it. I bet it's a CD though, not a DVD, isn't it? Yeah, CD. Oh, Garfield. I love Garfield. Cartoon series, not films. And judging by the back, I'm not going to like the game either. This is again 3D engine, where you probably have to do stupid things and it just doesn't work properly, doesn't play properly. So I've never tried it, and I'll probably hate it when I do try it because they're never good. Here's one that people go on about quite a lot, and that's the Getaway. Is this kind of like a Grand Theft Auto game? I'm not sure. Is it based in London? I've only ever seen clips of it. I don't even think I've tried it. But it's one of these games that I hear about someone say, oh, you need to play the Getaway. I'm like, yeah, right then. So go to the car boot, there's about 300 copies of this game everywhere. I'm like, yeah, alright, then I'll buy it. And then it goes on the shelf and I never play it, so I don't actually know what it's like. And then Black Monday, the Getaway Black Monday, so I don't know. I've not played it. But no one's ever told me how great this one is, so maybe that one isn't as good as the other one. I have played this quite a lot. This is Gun. So this is a first person shooter from what I remember in the Wild West. You can dual wield pistols and just go around killing everyone. Pretty good. And it was excellent back in the day because I remember playing it for hours on someone else's system, I think it was, because I never owned it. I don't know why I've got that. The Great British Football Quiz. Need to get rid of that one. Grand Theft Auto 3, which doesn't look that good anymore. I mean, it looked alright, but when you went from Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 on the PlayStation, which was a bird's eye view, which was still a great game, but then they went into 3D engine and looked amazing and played really good story from what I remember. Was it Nico you played in this? Very good, but I don't know if it holds up that well today because it's been many years since I played it, but when I did play it, it was really good. Then they started bringing out more Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. There's an argument between San Andreas and Vice City, which is the best, and everyone says San Andreas. I didn't like it that much, to be honest. I thought it was alright. I know you can build your character up, or you can go fat or whatever, like exercise and all that sort of stuff. Can't remember the story. People say it's probably one of the best Grand Theft Auto games. Probably is. But I don't agree. I think Vice City is the best game. This was pure 80s nostalgia. 80s music on the radio, brilliant. Story, you played as Tommy Vercetti, I think it was, which was voiced by Ray Liotta. Very good game, very good. I love this game. Completed it, and I was gutted when I completed it because there was nothing to do. Then there's Vice City Stories, which I never actually played. I don't know how long the game is. I don't know if it's just like an off story kind of thing, a carry on from Vice City. I don't know. But there it is. And same with this one. I don't know why there was no Liberty City game, but there was Liberty City Stories. So maybe these were like DLCs but in physical format. Could have been. Never played it, so I don't know. Home Alone. So this kind of looks like almost like Zombies Ain't My Neighbours combined with Die Hard on the Saturn. That sort of visual thing. I don't bloody know. Probably shit. It's a shame because Home Alone is a really good film. You'd think they'd make a good game out of it. I don't know. This is my original copy I bought many years ago of Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition, which includes the animated movie. Now that's a film you need to watch if you like Street Fighter 2. Is the animated movie, not the live action film. So it was a manga film it's just really good. And this game is pretty good. I can't remember exactly what if this had multiple games on it or what, but it might have just included all of like Street Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting and Championship and Super Street Fighter 2 all into one. I'm not sure, but that was really good. I remember that being really good. Haven Call of the King. I have no idea, and it looks crap, so I just don't care. Sorry. And Television Lives, which is 60 games. It's quite a lot. But then again, they're all pretty shit, to be fair, aren't they? They're just basic, like Atari 2600 style game. The library. Yeah, 62 in television games, which majority are probably going to be shit, let's be honest. It doesn't look that good. Another car boot find, and so is this one, Jet Ion GP. It kind of looks like a Wipeout game, and I don't know, it's made by good publishers and companies here. We've got Ubisoft and Crave. But is it as good as Wipeout? I don't know. Maybe I'll find out in the next 20 years or something daft like that. Jack 3, this is another car boot sale find for cheap. Never more than £1 to pay for these games. I don't know what it's like. It's a quite popular series from what I remember. And I've got Jack 2 in there as well, which I've also never played. I don't know. Is it like Ratchet and Clank? I don't know. I've also got Jack X. Is this a racing game? Oh, yeah. Looks like a racing game. I didn't know that. Which is probably going to be crap. Let's be honest. 30 bloody quid from Asda. Pounds from the car boot. That's what we like. Pound. Jack and Daxter. And I think this is more like the Ratchet and Clank series. I've briefly played this. Just I keep buying these things. Naughty Dog, so it can't be that bad. They're pretty good at making games. Kessen 2. Fuck knows. I don't know. Killzone. Now this is a good game. Killzone 2 is a lot better, which is on the PlayStation 3. Which I was insanely addicted to. I can't remember the details of this one, but I think you're up against the Helgan army, or Helgast, or whatever it's called. Very creepy. But I remember it being alright. I'm not too sure about the first one. I know the second one's amazing. Tomb Raider Anniversary, the Collector's Edition. So this is Tomb Raider Anniversary, which I know nothing about. Well, I did know something about, but I can't remember any of it. So this comes with the game, a bonus disc, and a CD soundtrack as well. £1 from the car boot sale. Anniversary. It's just Tomb Raider. Is it Tomb Raider Legend? No, I don't bloody know. I don't know. No, this is Tomb Raider Legend here. Tomb Raider Legend. This is really good. Because you went from PlayStation 1 with blocky graphics where she's got pyramid tits to a lot smoother graphics and very good game from what I remember. Again, it's been about nearly 20 years since I played that. Lego Star Wars, the video game. This is not the trilogy, is it? Can't remember. Doesn't matter what Lego game you pick up. I don't like Star Wars. I do like the Lego games. And you combine Star Wars with Lego and it's brilliant. Absolutely amazing game. Anything Lego is really good. Lemony Snicket's a series of unfortunate events. I have no idea. The film, brilliant. The game, oh god, it looks like shovelware stuff again. So I don't know what that's like. Looney Tunes. I don't know what this is about. What is it? Back in Action. I have no idea. It doesn't give you much of an idea what it's about. Probably crap, normally are. London Racer Worldwide, oh, just World Challenge. Oh, this one actually was really good. I remember playing, I think my mum got me this actually as a present, and I loved it. This is very arcade style racing, nipping through like France and all that sort of stuff where there's actually no traffic. Brilliant little little game. You've got nitrous on it, which makes everything go blurry and insane. What I remember from memory, that was a really good game. I don't know what it's like anymore. London Racer 2, that was good. But they're all pretty much the same, but just end up with different locations. One still haven't played yet. This looks awful to be fair. Mr. Bean. There's a pound from the charity shop. And it was complete as well. I like the cartoon. I like the look of the cartoon. I thought maybe it'd be something just as similar and a little bit daft. But I don't know yet. Monster House. Isn't this based on a film? I can't remember. I'm probably thinking of Monster Mansion or something like, or Maniac Mansion. That's what I'm thinking. I always get this confused with Maniac Mansion. So I think this is based on a film. I'm not 100% sure on that. I have no idea what it's like. So I have no comment, sorry. The Matrix Path of Neo. So this is probably going to be pretty much the same as Enter the Matrix. It's going to have probably more features, I don't know. I never bothered with it. After a bad experience with the first Matrix one, just not really interested. Midway Arcade Treasures. So we've got a lot of games on here. Let's have a look at them. It's tiny writing. Spy Hunter, Defender, Defender 2, Gauntlet, Joust, Joust 2, Paperboy, Rampage. Ooh, that would be alright, wouldn't it? Marble Madness, Robotron 2084, Smash TV, Bubbles, Road Blasters, Blaster, Rampart, Sinister, 720, Super Sprint, 2-Bin. Oh, I think I know what that is. Plax, Splatty, Satan's Hollow, Vindicators. I can't read that. Oh, Root Beer Tapper. So I think there's a few good games on there. Does it say Paperboy? There is Paperboy. There's a few arcade games on there. They're actually all right. Again, this was a. Oh, it's not a car boot sale one. It is CX one. It's bought in 2019 for £2.50. So that's not bad. Capcom game that I don't think many people have heard of. Maximo. So this is roughly based around ghouls and ghosts. So it's a similar sort of thing, but in a 3D environment. It's Capcom, so it can't be too bad. But I'll be the judge of that someday. We've got Maximo 2 somewhere actually. Oh, it's not here. Ooh, Masters of the Universe. £1. And that's probably all it's worth, or less. It's probably not going to be any good. The cover looks very inviting. It's proper 80s style that. But it's probably going to be crap. It's a shame. I just love the cover of this, Miami Vice. This is, if you were born in the 80s, you'll remember the series. Very cool. Don't know what the game's like. Probably just a little run around shooting people sort of thing. Mafia. It's supposed to be a good game. I'm not sure. Again, there's probably like a Grand Theft Auto style game. Just go around doing little missions, I would have thought. Max Payne 2. I've never played Max Payne, so I don't know what it's like. I've heard good things about it. It's supposed to be good. I've got Max Payne 3 there on the PlayStation 3, which I believe is still sealed. So I've never even played that. I heard that isn't so good, but I don't know. Manhunt. Was it supposed to be banned from some systems? Was it Manhunt 2 that was supposed to be banned? I don't know. It's got an 18 certificate on it. It's probably gory as hell. And I've always wanted to play it and I just never bothered. Another one to play one day. Metal Arms. Glitch in the system. I should imagine this is absolute shit. What is it? Blast your way to victory as Glitch, the gunslinging half-ton menacing bot of Droid City. Sounds absolutely shite. So I don't know. Metal Slug 3. All Metal Slug games are good. They are far better on the arcade. If you never played it, Jesus Christ, get an emulator or something and just play it. Such fun. Just a little army guy running from left to right, shooting everything that comes in your way. Great animations, great graphics, and it's such a fun game. Motor Mayhem, again, looks like a terrible game on the back. Like a racer game of some sort. I don't know if you have to just stick around in an arena and shoot the shit out of everything. I'm not sure, but it looks fucking awful. Need for Speed Underground. Now, if you bought this when it first came out, you'll know how good this was. So this was around the time of Fast and Furious, the first film, and you could also make your car look like a piece of shit if you bought this by putting stupid neon lights underneath it and putting these oversized wheels on your car and really gay graphics and paint. But you could also make your car look really nice and respectable and get loads of respect points and be really cool. Excellent game. Need for Speed Underground 2, which was even better, and I've lost all my cars on this one. I had the save game on a memory card somewhere and I don't know where I put it. Probably lost it, probably deleted it, I don't know. I completed it, I had everything, and my cars didn't look like shit. But it's a brilliant game. Need for Speed Carbon. Everyone rated this when it came out. They're banging on about how great it was. I didn't think it was that good. I'm not really keen on it. So unkeen that I don't remember anything about it. That's how uninterested I was in this game. If you think this is one of the best games on the PlayStation 2, then good on you. But I don't. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. I think the first one was on the PlayStation. From vague memories, I've not even played this, so I don't know. It's not going to be anything like Hot Pursuit on the PlayStation 3, I know that much. Well, Need for Speed games are alright, I suppose. Bought this from a guy in the car boot sale for £15. So this is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja 4, which I've also not played. Very cartoony style graphics. Apparently a good series of games. But I just haven't had time to go through it really. Ninja Assault, what is it? Oh, just Ninja Assault. What's it say at the bottom there? Nothing. It just says Ninja Assault twice, just in case you didn't get it the first time. I have no idea. But it looks like a shooting game. Because you can use a G-Con 2 or the G-Con 45, which you can no longer use on modern tellies. So that's fucked that game then, hasn't it? You can't play that one. Outrun 2006, insanely mint game. This is really fun, arcade racing action, really hard as well at some point. You really have to fucking put your foot down and keep control of the car to win any races. But it's still great fun. There's different modes as well from what I remember. I paid £4 for this one. Oh, and to answer someone's question, I just found the receipt for Gran Turismo for the PSP. I got the collector's edition. Someone said it was really rare. and I said I don't remember paying much for it. I paid £4. So if you're that person asking, there you go, I paid £4 for the collector's edition, which is now going for stupid money. Prince of Persia, Warrior Within. Again, when these come out, these are really good games. I just don't like them. I did at the time. I was with everyone else. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. But you play it now and it's like, fuck me. Then we got the Two Thrones, which I have no idea. I don't know if it was that one or that one I played. And the Sands of Time, which you can reverse time on this, providing you've got sand, I think it is. And I didn't rate it that much. I struggled like hell with it. I never struggle with something I just can't be asked. It's just not worth it. Pinball Hall of Fame. So I don't know how many tables you get on this, but it looks like you got pool as well. And some card game. Oh, I don't know. It's a collection of games. Never played it. Yeah, don't know. Might be alright. Res. This is some kind of psychedelic music game, which is more popular on the Dreamcast, which I've also got on the Dreamcast. It's one I've been planning to do a review for on this, and I keep forgetting to do it. And then actually, me laser packed up on me Dreamcast, so I had to dig out an old Dreamcast I had and use that laser, and then I completely forgot about it. Never mind. Red Dead Revolver. So this is the first game of the Red Dead series. So you had Red Dead Redemption as a sequel. I didn't bother playing this that much. Because I played Red Dead Redemption 2. Whatever. No, it wasn't. What was it? Red Dead Redemption, was it? It's just Red Dead Redemption. Mine's gone potty. Because I played that first, and then I bought this, and this doesn't look anywhere near as good. So it just became unplayable, unfortunately. But I'm sure in the day that was really good, and some people don't even know it exists. It's this one. I can get it out. Ratchet and Clank. Amazing game for the time. This was dead good. I borrowed this off my sister at some point and got hooked on it. It was a really good game. 3D platformer. You play as some kind of weird alien-y type thing that looks like, I don't know what it looks like actually. It's got bat ears. And Clank is your little robot that you meet. It's a good game. Resident Evil Dead Aim, so I think this is another one where you need a CRT TV to play. So I don't know what it's like because I can't play it. Resident Evil 4, which people say is one of the best in the series, and yet I still haven't played it. I've got it on here. I've got it on something else. I think I got it on the Wii. I need to play these games. It's just having the time to do it. Ridge Racer 5, I've no idea. To be honest with you, I thought the Ridge Racer games were really good when they first came out on the PlayStation, and especially the arcade. And then you play them now, and you realise they're not that good. Ridge Racer isn't that good. People who argue with me will say that because they only remember it being good and they haven't played it since. Seriously, play it and you'll see why it's not that good. So I don't know how this will hold up. It's probably just one in a long line of games they made that's just shit. Rayman 10th anniversary. So this is, what's this got on it? Rayman M, Rayman Revolution, and Rayman 3. None of which I played. I think I played Rayman M for 10 minutes and thought it was absolute shit. Because I love Rayman Legends, and that is the only game that matters. R-Type Final, apparently supposed to be a good game. Again, one I haven't tried. I haven't played R-Type for many years. I think the last time I played one was on the Super Nintendo, and that was in the 90s. So I can't remember what that's like, and I don't know if this is going to be any good. I'm going to skip past these ones. There's SingStar Party, Legends R&B 90s, Sing Along with Disney, Pop World Queen, ABBA, Pop Hits, SingStar 80s, and Rock Ballads. and go and watch my video if you want to know why they are actually good. And trust me, beer is involved. SpongeBob SquarePants light camera pants. So I have no idea what this is about. It looks like a bit of racing, bit of platform, I don't know. It looks like a puzzle game, which kind of reminds me of that god awful, what was it, 103 Dalmatians I did a review on. It's probably something like that, but with SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. So this looks more like a 3D platform game. I don't know. No comment. It's probably good, I suppose. Good for the day. SpongeBob SquarePants the movie, which is, again looks like another 3D platform game I have no idea about. So we'll move on. SNK versus Capcom SVC Chaos. So this, I think, was a port from the Neo Geo, which still looks really good actually, to be fair. I mean, it shouldn't have been hard to emulate really, considering the PlayStation is surely more powerful than the Neo Geo. But I briefly played it. The characters look really nice, like Ryu. I don't have to describe it, but the character graphics are just really nice on this. I was going to do a review on it and then I lost the footage and then I couldn't be arsed on doing any more. Super Buster Move. Is this 2? No, this is just Super Buster Move. So you just fire the coloured gems up to match the other ones and then they all fall down and all that sort of business. Actually quite an addictive game for the time. I don't know how it holds up now though. The Simpsons Hit and Run. This is basically Grand Theft Auto Simpsons. Haven't played it fully. From what I have played of it, it looks nice and there's some good characters in there from the show and all the Springfield buildings and all that sort of stuff, little missions to do. Good game. From what I've played of it, I haven't played it properly, but from what I have played of it, it's a good game. Street Fighter Anthology. So this one has Street Fighter Alpha, Alpha 2, Alpha 2 something or other, I can't read that, Alpha 3 and Super Gem Fighter. I'm not blind, it's just the writing's that fucking tiny, I can't see it. Do remember playing this, and Alpha series is incredible, especially Alpha 3. Again, it's better on the Dreamcast, which I also got. Really good. Not that expensive, I don't think, so it's nice to have. Space Invaders Anniversary. Well, fuck me. Really? What can you do with Space Invaders to put it on the PlayStation 2? Just different graphics and different shit, 3D style gameplay as well by the look of it. I mean, come on, why? Splattermaster, which I did a review on Halloween a year ago or something, or 2 years ago, can't remember now. Getting pricey, this one. It's a good game, but to begin with, it's quite difficult until you know what you're doing and what the enemies are going to do. Then it's insanely difficult, but once you get used to their move patterns and what you can do, it becomes a very interesting game and very creepy in places. So that's a good game. Scooby-Doo and the Spooky Swamp. Well, these look like kids on here, so it's like a junior version. Probably more kid-friendly. I don't know. I've not played it. I didn't even notice they were kids on this. Scooby-Doo Unmasked, which looks more like the original cartoon. Again, 3D style game. I don't know if it's any good. Cover looks nice artwork, and then the game's probably shit. Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. Again, it's a 3D game. Kind of graphically looks better than the one I just looked at. I don't know. Looks like it's got some original characters in there as well, so maybe that one's alright. Space Ace, this Looney Tunes racing game by the look of it. And if it's anything like Crazy Frog, then it's going to be an absolute pile of donkey crap. Sega Superstars. So, this has a compilation of games and it's iToy compatible. So, if I can see the tiny writing, it's got Sonic the Hedgehog, Crazy Taxi, Nights into Dreams, Virtua Fighter, I think that's Samba de Amigo, Super Monkey Ball, The House of the Dead, Space Channel 5, Choo Choo Rocket, Billy Hatcher, Puyo Pop Fever, and Virtua Striker. So I think all this, I was going to say, is it the actual game, but it looks like you have to use the iToy to play these games and use stupid gestures, so you're going to look like a dying chicken in front of a camera. I might have to play that. I got another copy of Sega Superstars here. Great. Sega Classics Collection. I did a video on this. Unfortunately, the volume was wrong, so it ended up being dead loud and they couldn't hear what I was saying that well. Sorry. So this has Outrun, Space Harrier, Tantar, and Bonanza Brothers. Fantasy Zone, Golden Axe, Virtua Racing, Monaco GP, and Columns. Visually, these games looked really good. Some of the gameplay was pretty crap. Remember, Monaco GP wasn't what you thought it was. This is what I was on about in a video recently. It's more of a bird's eye view, or slightly Virtua Racing style, that kind of view, than in the cockpit. So it was just weird. Outrun was quite nice though, but it was, I don't know, it's just a weird setup on that. Sonic Heroes. So this is, I think it's a pretty good game. A load of characters, so like Shadow the Hedgehog, some of these I don't know, there's something B, Charmy B is it? I don't know, Amy Rose, Big the Cat, Knuckles and all that sort of thing. You can mess around with them. Sonic Gems Collection, so this has got Sonic CD, Sonic the Fighters, fuck me, Sonic R, wank, Sonic Fighters, well come on, no one cares about 3D fighting Sonic game. Sonic CD, good game, I've done a review on that, but I'm sure there's more than that. I think there's unlockable games, which I don't know. 6 bonus Game Gear games, Sonic 2, Sonic Spinball, Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble, Sonic Drift 2, Tails Sky Patrol, and the Tails Adventures, which is actually an incredibly rare game, so actually this is pretty good. Plus others to unlock. This was a good game. I remember buying that. That was a good game. Sonic Riders. So this is like a hoverboard style game, I think. I've never played it. It might be alright, that actually. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Now this is a good game. This has got lots of Sonic games on. So Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3D, Sonic the Hedgehog, Spinball, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, plus the Game Gear games. This is the plus section. Sonic, Sonic Chaos, Sonic Drift, Sonic Labyrinth, Mean Bean Machine, and Sonic Blast, plus unlockables like illustrations, movies, and probably interviews. So this was a really good game. I don't think it's that dear to buy now, but thing is, once you've got Sonic on every system, it becomes fucking pointless, doesn't it, really? Shadow the Hedgehog. I remember this being alright. I don't think it was a great game, but you play as Shadow, and you skate along and shoot everything and blah 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 blah. Spider-Man, I don't remember much about this. I remember the PlayStation 1 version, which was alright, which apparently was epic at the time. I don't know. I can't remember. There's so many Spider-Man games I've played, I can't remember which is which. So I don't know if that's any good. And if that was shit, then we got Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, which may not be any good, I don't know. Car boot sale finds, pounds. Time Splitters I've not played, I believe is very good. Little first person shooter from what I remember. But I have played to death Time Splitters 2. Was going to do a review on this and then realised the controls aren't inverted like we're used to these days. So if you press up, I think, what was it? I think if you press up it goes down. Yeah, your gun goes down. Whatever it is now, it's the opposite of that. So you're used to playing Call of Duty, imagine the controls the opposite way around, that's what that's like to play. And I couldn't get used to it. I think if you pressed up, the gun went up, that was the problem. So I was trying to go down and it was shooting upwards. But if I could get used to that, or if they had an inverted control system, I'd play the death out of that again. That was an amazing game. Time Splitters Future Perfect, I've not played it. I don't know, maybe they've got a different control setup, maybe should try that to see if they've got inverted controls on it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this looks like an arcade style beat 'em up. I don't know if it's any good. I don't know where I got that. Did I get that from CEX? Maybe, probably. No receipt, it must have been. Don't remember to get it from the car boot anyway. Tenchu Fatal Shadows, I have no idea. I think that was a car boot find again. It's in excellent condition apart from the case is broken there. Lovely. And it's also ripped the cover because of it. This is one I bought brand new, which was Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. I don't like skateboarding, but this, for some reason I bought it because the reviews were pretty good. And it was amazing. I loved it. There's so many little bonus features you can find, little tricks you can do, collecting stuff in random places around the city and that sort of thing. It was a really good game. I don't know what it's like anymore. I think I tried it a few months ago actually. I wasn't sure if I actually liked it anymore. But back in the day that was an incredible game. Telly Addicts. So if you remember the TV series, it's basically that. Just answer some questions. And it's alright. I like my quiz games. Top Trumps, which one was it? Volume 1. So this is Horror and Predators. So it's just Top Trumps basically, isn't it? We all know how to play that. True Crime, Streets of LA. It kind of looks like, what's it called? Max Payne style game. So I don't know if that's any good. I'm not sure. I thought I had another one of them somewhere. Oh, I have. Down here for some reason. True Crime, New York City. Probably the same sort of thing, but in a different location. Thomas and Friends. This is an iToy game. This is shit. And it's shit for kids as well because they don't know what they're doing. And then they come and mite you saying, can you do this for me? And then you say, bugger off because I don't care. Transformers. It's supposed to be good. I got this from the car boot. Probably in the big bundle of shit I bought for a £5. I bought a massive box of a few hundred games and this was in it. It's got the original sticker on the back there for $34.99. Don't know what it's like really. Tokyo Road Race. Have you ever seen such a generic, boring cover than that? It almost looks like a low budget Pimp My Ride kind of thing. But I'm intrigued. I might have to try that. That could actually be a really good game. It might just fool you with a crappy cover. Tokyo Extreme Racer. So this is Tokyo Racing to the extreme. I like this sort of game. I've got where is it here somewhere? Tokyo Highway Challenge on the Dreamcast. And that was basic but really good at the time. The Ultimate Music Quiz. These are good, these games. I like these. I've got quite a few of these. The Ultimate Trivia Quiz and the Ultimate TV and Film. They're actually good. If you play with someone who has a little bit of knowledge, it makes it fun. Ultimate Spider-Man, one I didn't bother playing. Again, I bought it from the car boot sale and never bothered with it. But it looks alright, I suppose. Urban Chaos. This is a cool game. You are the riot police and you basically a first person shooter. You go into certain areas and you just kill everyone in sight. It's really good. I can't remember much about it anymore because it's been years since I played it, but I do remember playing for hours on that. It was really good. Wipeout Fusion. So this came after obviously 2097 and it's going to be graphically better, but I don't know what it's like. The games are alright, so it should be alright, I think. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Party Edition. So again, you need friends for this sort of thing, and it could be quite fun. The problem with these games, I've got Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on the Dreamcast, and it's just way too hard. The questions are like the TV series where you have no fucking idea. But the problem is they put all the difficult questions for your first question, so you can't even get 100 quid. So it's like, well, go fuck yourself then. Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Another 3D style game. I have no idea, and it probably won't be any good. The Warriors. I didn't like this. I didn't like the film, actually. People say how great that film is, and I wasn't really that keen on it. And I don't think the game's that good either. So again, another car boot sale pickup, I think it was. There was another Wallace and Gromit game here in Project Zoo. I've no idea. Sorry. Reckless, the Yakuza missions. So is this like a Burnout game? Again, I don't know. This is another car boot game. I didn't pay much for. And last of all is Worms Fortress Under Siege. So this is 3D Worms now instead of your 2D one. And I honestly don't think that's going to be any good, because it's better in 2D than 3D. It always is. And that's it. I've got a load of demo discs there. I don't know why. I'm never going to play them. I was going to throw them out. Then people actually collect demo discs, so I might sell them. I don't know. That's it. Thank you for watching if you're still here. See you again for the next one. Thanks for watching. If for some strange reason you like my videos, please consider subscribing so I don't feel so unpopular. Do you know what I mean?